What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Improv Gaming. This week, we are going to be talking about popular games that we don't understand. I am, as usual, the biggest Zelda fan in the world, Jeremy Bird. To my right, we have Mr. I Am Wondering himself, Peter Anderson. And to my far right, we have the best ponytail in the business.
It's fabulous.
Mr. Nicholas De Jesus.
How's it going tonight, everybody?
So, who wants to... I say we start with this little bugger.
I'm having a staring contest with Nick. Hold on. I was going to go like this, and I was like, you're wearing glasses. That's not going to do anything. Popular games that I don't understand.
Get to the chopper, I don't understand.
Quite simple for me. Racing games. Especially the Gran Turismos and the Forzas. I don't understand how it's so popular with people. I understand the car nut and everything like that. But to me, to go and tweak a car in a game for 3 hours to put it on the racetrack and be that much faster by like a smidgen and race and do the same track 50 times to get the best possible outcome. I don't understand. Racing games to me, everybody knows it's not one of my favorite things. I do like the Burnouts. I do like Trials Fusion and stuff like that and Trackmania that's coming out.
Mario
Yep,
Kart.
Trackmania is gonna look good. It looks good.
But when it comes to simulation, I can't get behind these games.
That real world simulator racing game. Yeah, it gets really tedious. And I'm a racing fan. I like to race on and off the console.
How do I not incriminate myself?
But the simulators are such a pain in the butt because there's so much detail and so much stuff that you have to pay attention to just to get that extra millisecond ahead. It's terrible.
My buddy plays a lot of the Forza racing games, and he loves them. Like, he'll literally get the new game, he'll tweak his car out, and he enjoys it. And I'm just like, dude, you've been playing this for like 2.5 hours, and you're just tweaking your car. Can we do something else? He goes, dude, one more race. I'm like, you haven't even done the first race.
Yeah, I understand for the people that I just don't understand how that's such a popular thing, you know? I hate RTSs. Anybody who knows, I hate real-time strategy. I think that's the most boring freaking game in the world. Excluding StarCraft, because I did enjoy StarCraft. But that's still...
StarCraft's fun.
But like Civilization games, Sid Meier's, stuff like that, I don't understand. Like, I understand why people love the games. It's just not for me. I honestly don't understand how people could love to tweak so long just to do a race. And it's not even that. It's the same race like 1,000 times. It's on the same track, you know? When you have a real-time strategy, you know, you're doing different things. You're mobilizing, you know, you're figuring out new strategies. You know, it's something where if you fail Operation Desert Storm, you know, you would be like, okay, I have to go back, but I'm going to try now bringing my troops from there to put it over there, you know? When in the racing game, it's like, oh, I gotta just turn left a little bit more. Oh, I gotta turn right a little bit more. And it's just, I don't understand why these games are so popular. I understand for the people that watch it, but for me, it doesn't make sense that this game is as big as it is. When games to me like Burnout and Mario Kart and stuff like that, it just has that fun aspect to it.
I think it's just the technical part of those games that make them popular, where they're so true to the vehicle. Whereas these other games aren't necessarily that true to the vehicle. Like, you know, in Need for Speed, you know, you could have a Mini Cooper beat a Corvette. It's probably not going to ever happen in real life. Whereas in Gran Turismo, you have to select a car that's actually classed to beat the other cars in there. You know, you can't take a Prius in Need for Speed, which you can probably get. You can't take a Prius onto a course with all Lambos and expect to beat them. But Need for Speed, you can do something like that. You know, I think that's what it is. It's the trueness to detail and the trueness to the real world counterpart of those cars, and that's what they invest all their money into. When you look at the specs or at the hype videos for these games, they're always like, oh yeah, we worked directly with Ford to you know, to look at all the specs that are in, and that's the selling point of the game, it looks like.
Yeah, with the 100 cars and the dynamics with the rainfall or the weather conditions. I get that. It's just
the gameplay itself I don't understand. I don't understand why people get so caught up in that.
On a sidebar, this is probably one of the few times that me and Nick agree on something.
Yeah,
note that in your books.
That's very true.
We rarely agree.
We don't ever agree. So there's got to be a reason why we're agreeing right now.
It's kind of scary.
It is.
I don't like this. Let's go to Jeremy before it gets weird.
I was gonna say, look at the Xbox One Pro controller with the shifters on the bottom.
Yes.
Which that's coming out around the holidays. It's a fully customizable controller. You can do basically whatever you want. And under the controller, you have like shifter pads for like when you're playing racing games. If I got the controller, I'd be like, so what the hell am I supposed to do with these things? I don't play racing games. But
It's something where people who like it, good for you. People who don't, all right.
if you really want to make a good racing game for me, make it like Forza, but say you wreck your car, that's it. That car's done. You have to rebuild it from scratch. That's how you would do it.
That would be way too expensive.
I know.
Nobody would ever play that game.
Yeah, and then that would be time consuming.
That
You
would be
think
super
friggin' like
time-consuming.
putting
Yeah.
this certain trend on the cars, you know?
Yeah.
And then
you
you
wreck
wreck
your
it.
car. Nope, not a chance. That's why Burnout. Stuff.
Burnout's so much fun because you get to blow up stuff.
Yeah, you get to create. It's a
Yeah.
racing game where you want to stay in first, but it's also something where I'm hitting this car out of
Yeah.
alignment.
It's a battle racing game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just love the ones where like you have all the buses set up and you go full speed and then you have to cause enough damage, traffic jam to where literally the countdown goes off and then boom, everything just blows up in one big succession and you get all these points for it.
Yep.
Just because it's so stupid, but it's so fun.
What's your thoughts, Mr. Host of the Most right now?
Smartass. I don't get the GTA games. And I don't get Saints Row. The whole thing, I know it's like a whole big story of this, that, these, and everything else. You steal car, like I know that each story has different things, but the whole like hype of it, it's always like a couple years ago, GTA 5 came out. Everybody's like, "Are you getting it? Are you getting it?" My friend's mother was like, "Oh, he's getting GTA 5. Are you gonna get it?" And I'm like, "Nah." I played 2. I played 3, Vice City, San Andreas, and then I'm just like, to me, it just seems like okay, different areas, updated graphics, new story, but it's still the same fucking concept to me. I just don't get the hype of it.
I think
Nick?
that
Help people.
I think it has its own merits. I enjoy. Probably my favorite has been Vice City.
Yes.
I couldn't
By
tell you
far.
how many cars I tried to put into my garage when I first got that mansion.
Oh.
I had motorcycles, cars. I had it where the game would glitch, where I would be like, okay, all my stuff is there, you know. And like the radio stations, I get that. And like you said, San Andreas never finished. It was just you know. 4 I played, getting ready for 5. 4 was the American Dream concept. I enjoyed 5. You know, you can play as the 3 characters. The story was good.
I did finally check out. It was fun. I would do like Trevor, that meth crackhead psycho.
I loved Michael. Michael was definitely my
But just-
favorite.
Yeah.
Michael was
just-
just perfect.
I don't get the hype of the game.
Yeah, I understand. For them to work on this and then get back their money in less than a day,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, it's incredible. They could. That's a game that could be annualized if you really
But they
think
don't
about
do it.
Yeah,
They don't.
I'm glad
because
because then
they
it would
have-
just be crap.
Yeah. Well, not even crack. They could do it where
But
it can
if-
come in
if-
annualized, but it's that special feeling that
If you look at the kind of detail that's in that game, it really can't be annualized. You know, you look at the radio stations and that they all play current music, and that the hosts of those radio stations all have different scripts that they go by, right? You look at the cars' updated graphics, the characters, the stories behind the characters, the side characters and their stories, the people walking down the street, the newspaper articles, the stocks. Like, there's so much more than what you're thinking of that's included in that game that it really can't be a yearly game.
Yeah.
They could make it a yearly game. Like, Grand Theft Auto 4 could have been a yearly game because there was so little detail compared to the rest of the games. They could have turned that into a yearly game. And it seemed like that's what they were about to do with Grand Theft Auto 4. But then they went back to their roots, and Grand Theft Auto 5 came out with this vast universe
where you
that
can
you can
play
really
tennis
delve
and
yourself,
golf and
where you can delve yourself deep into. So with all those mini games being what they are, all the physics that's behind them and how they have to be updated all the time, and how the stories and the backstories, like the woman that died, CJ's sister from San Andreas that passed away, and you have to track her down, all that stuff. It's just all new information, and it's so deeply entwined in the world that they can't really make a yearly game out of it. The primary dynamics of the game they can make a yearly game out of and completely kill the franchise without a problem. But I think the draw of that game is the draw of the game when they first went into a 3D open world. was to explore and to find all these little quirky little details and Easter eggs that they have hidden all over the place. Because one thing can be said about Grand Theft Auto that cannot be said about any other game. They have by far the most Easter eggs that you will ever find. Ever. In any aspect. And Saint Row, to me, is just a ripoff of Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Well, it was until they kind of made it the comical version.
Yeah.
Which I loved Saints the Third.
Yeah.
Saints Row the Third. I thought that was the best one. 4, I did not like at all. Like, I couldn't get behind it, you know, because you had superpowers, you were flying, fucking, get the fuck
I was
out
laughing
of
when I saw it. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
Like,
I'm
you could, like, run. You could run faster than the cars. I'm like, why the hell would you steal a car if you can run faster to your destination? But 3 was nice. It was grounded, but it also had its comedic charm. 3rd was, I think, it totally. But then they started with Saints Row to come out a little faster, you know. The next, you're not going to see Grand Theft Auto 6 until 2020.
Yeah.
You don't think so?
2019, 2020. They could sit on it for...
Nah, I think you'll see one. I think you'll see one soon. I think you'll see one in 2016.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
I think so.
No, absolutely not. I agree with me on these ones. No, the earliest is 2018. I'll give you that. Earliest would be 2018. But there's no way they'll come out in the next couple of years. They're like Bethesda with Fallout. They could put it out, be renowned, and then come back 6 years later and come out with Fallout 4, which is going to be the top selling game.
The thing they have going for them that a lot of these other developers don't have going for them is that they have many titles that they put out there.
Yeah,
It's not just the one.
Yeah.
So they're lucky enough where they could bank on other titles working out, whereas other people want to put out the same thing over and over and over again. You know? Like EA.
Call of Duty.
Yeah. Like my personal game that I don't fucking understand. Call of Duty.
Nice Nick way.
I jaywalked into that one.
There you go.
Yeah, you did jaywalk into that one.
I just don't understand Call of Duty. I cannot get behind Call of Duty. Like I've said plenty of times before, the game mechanics work. The gameplay is fine. The story is always the same. But as a game, as a standalone game, the Call of Duties work, and they work very well. But considering that they're part of this massive empire of a franchise, enough is enough. I cannot understand the popularity behind teabagging your friend. That's basically what it is. You know, the whole popularity is just to crouch whenever you defeat your friends. And, you know, the reason why it snowballs to me is just, oh, I picked up the new Call of Duty, are you going to join us? And everybody just goes along with the crowd like a bunch of sheeple because they're going into the new the new servers. I cannot get behind Call of Duty. I don't understand why it's still popular. I don't understand why it still works. I don't understand it at all.
Let me explain what Call of Duty is.
Can you hold on 1 sec?
Of course.
'Cause I haven't said a word.
I'll shut him up in a second, but you first.
No, I was gonna say. So I played Modern Warfare. I was like, okay, it's fun. My friend got me into it. I played World at War, which I loved. The World War II combat, the bouncing betties. I was a fan of it. I played Modern Warfare 2, and then after I got shut out like 15-0 in one game, 3 games in a row, I said I'm done. I can't do this anymore. And now I'm just like, I'll take his side because I'm like, all right, you did it. I'm done. It's fun, and then it gets just
the only
really
reason
petty.
I'll pick up Call of Duty is to play the campaign, and the campaign is boring to me now because it's the same story. So unless you're gonna revamp the story and give me something new to play, I don't even want to play your campaign. The multiplayer was trash. The multiplayer to me was just, all right, whatever. That's an added bonus. And multiplayer has always been an added bonus for me. It's always been like, okay, there's something else I can do after I complete the campaign. And that's always how I've looked at it. But now, the multiplayer is the selling point of Call of Duty. It's not even the game, so nobody's focusing on the fact that they're
Blow your
taking the
friends
same
up and
story.
teabag his corpse.
Now, nobody's focusing on the fact that the same story is being repeated over and over and over and over and over and over again. And granted, you know, the whole philosophy behind storytelling is that Shakespeare did every story, so any story is just a derivative of that. I understand that, but every year I'm getting the same fucking derivative.
Let me explain why that's horseshit.
Oh, okay, all right.
Pop-
He's gonna explain why I'm wrong.
No. Here's how I'll vouch for. Yes, Call of Duty, it's the same thing every year. And they focus on multiplayer maps. But look at the Halo collection. Yeah, they put out all the Halos, but they're saying over 100 multiplayer maps. They were promoting the multiplayer maps. When you think of first-person shooters, what you think about is...
Call of Duty.
Well,
I think of Call of Duty. Halo has a good story. Halo has been able to
but you
maintain a
also
good
see-
story.
You also have those multiplayer maps. Those
They
first-person
promote it
multiplayer
because
maps.
after the story's over, that's what you're playing. But Halo still has that. Nobody's losing sight of the story. Nobody. Call of Duty is like, oh, it's war. Deal with it. That's it. Like they give you a disc and they're like, it's war.
I'll sum
you,
up
you have to. You have to shoot
with
people.
Halo, you go, and it's not dishing on Halo. Everybody knows Halo 3 is one of my favorite games of all time. There's no argument
Yeah,
there.
they played out of order.
But if
Jackass.
it ends up being that it's like, oh, Master Chief, we have to destroy the Halo ring. Okay, boom. Then we have to destroy the Covenant. Okay, and the third one, oh, the Halo ring is back. You have to do
No,
it.
the arc.
Yeah.
Arc.
The control unit for all the Halo rings.
Yep.
Has to be deactivated so that then humanity doesn't die.
But that's the same thing as Call of Duty. You know, there's
No,
war,
no,
there's
not
terror.
even close.
Not even close, dude.
I'll take
the first one is, what is that? Right?
Yep.
The second one is, stop them from getting that. And the third one is, stop that from destroying the universe. Call of Duty is war, 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 war.
I'll take one on you then. Well, you said in one of our earlier episodes, I can sum up Call of Duty in one shot. You go after a terrorist organization, bad shit happens, you finally get them down on some sort of airfield, a bomb goes off, you can't see, it's blurry, you're pointing with your gun, and you have one shot to take the bad guy
That's
down.
pretty much the basic
They
premise
did
of
it
all
3 games
Call
in
of
a row. It
Duties.
was the same thing of you shooting at a bad guy before he escapes. That's literally what they did.
Like, they have no premise. Halo, and now you can't even say anything about the Halo rings. Because the Halo rings don't even exist.
Yep.
So now it's all about the didact. And whether or not he survived. And what's going to happen with all the Forerunners. And now that Master Chief knows what he truly was meant to be, what's going to happen with him? Is he going to side with the humans, or is he going to try to build a better race? Hence the new game.
Which is...
There's a story still there in Halo. Call of Duty has completely lost
But you
sight
said
of...
it in a past episode that you said they should have ended the Halo series.
Yeah, they should have.
They-
Because
1 through
Bungie's not
3?
involved anymore.
That's fair. I agree with you on that.
Bungie's not involved. They're going to fuck it up eventually.
Yep.
They're absolutely going to fuck it up.
And then-
Thankfully, 343 Industries is still involved.
Yeah.
But that's a Microsoft offset that worked very closely with Bungie, so they know the story. They know how they can get around the loopholes. Hopefully, they can do it right, and they can consistently do it right. But Halo should have ended when Bungie left.
Yeah.
Because that was the story. It was a trilogy. It was not supposed to go further than that.
Something's going to happen, like you said. They're going to fuck up, and you and I are just going to be like, Redcon, there's your problem right there. That's what we're aiming. That's what we're looking forward to.
But hopefully they do. I want them to do a good job.
Yeah,
I don't want them to stop making Halos. Halos have a good
I'm
story.
excited for 5 because literally, I'm hoping that you're gonna get to play as Master Chief and not as Spartan Locke. Because I want to see Master Chief stop Spartan Locke. That's what I want to see.
Same thing could be said about Assassin's Creed.
Shut
What
the
about Assassin's
fuck
Creed?
up.
It's the same game.
Yeah, I
New
know,
skin.
and I have said it.
Oh, I think you're talking
And
to me.
you
I was
still
like,
buy Assassin's Creed. You
I'm
bought
not.
Unity. I see it right there
Yeah.
underneath your camera.
I haven't played Unity since the fucking last time I played it, which was before I played Bloodborne, which was before I played Dying Light. I haven't even looked at Unity anymore because they didn't fix anything.
Well, they did patches, but...
Yeah, whatever.
Did
They
you ever
can
beat
patch-
Bloodborne, by the way? Side note?
Yeah, probably not.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That game was immensely difficult.
But it was fun. And
that just shows what kind of gamer Nick is. I'll stick with Dying Light, where I could just run around and hit people in the face. If you like what you see, please follow us on youtube.com/Improv Gaming. This was part 2 of our 3-part episode. Next, we talk about the most unique games, where my boy over here will be doing the intro and all that fun jazz. You like that?
Yeah, I like that. Did you want me to do that now?
No. But please like and subscribe to the channel. Also, you can follow us on Twitch at IPGJBird, Improv Cap.
An improv cot.
pending.
Is
Pending,
it?
pending.
Oh, I thought we had
He's
it
like,
official. I thought we had it official. Remember, his first stream is probably going to be a 72-hour long
binge stream of Metal
Phantom
Gear
Pain.
Solid, yes.
While he's naked on the couch, like,
While I'm naked,
hey ladies,
yes,
how you doing?
yes.
Welcome to Metal Gear Solid 5.
And as always, French
Game
toast
on.
is better.
Oh my god, no it's not.
30 seconds, sir.
Whenever you're ready, shut the fuck up.
There we go.